So in this video, I'm basically just gonna yap about focus. So how to work like an absolute dog, introspection, and how it can help not only your business but your work, your relationships, and how to navigate that. Because recently, it's been helping me understand myself a little bit more, which is pretty powerful stuff. So, yeah. Well, first of all, I want to say right here that focus equals energy plus time. So if you're wondering, like, why some people end up, let's say you have a friend, if you're wondering why people end up, who knows, working a job they don't like, or they end up becoming a pro basketball player, or they end up becoming like filthy rich. Like, if you're wondering what, because everyone has time and energy. Like, everyone has those two things. And the only thing that differentiates you from another person and that success is focus. Like, if you're working on a business or something, and you have a friend that's also working on a business, you're probably wondering, like, what is gonna make what like, if he won and he does insanely well and throws it in your face, it's like, what made him win that you didn't? Like, what didn't you have that he had that made him get to that point? And it's focus. What's crazy about this is that, like, literally, if you spend your energy and time and you focus, you can't fail. Like, let's say you want to become a professional golfer, okay? And you're wondering what differentiates you from being a professional golfer. Like, the fact that you're not doing 1,000 swings a day, putting in the energy, and putting in the time of day to do it. Like, that's focus. You're focusing on becoming better at that skill so that you can get to where you want to be. Like, there's a reason why Tiger Woods and all these golfers do like thousands of swings a day. I mean, it's not coincidence. Like, there's a reason why Kobe was incredible. It's because he spent his energy and time and focused on what mattered. Like, if you want to spend your energy and time just doing nothing, then you need to understand that no matter what you want, you probably won't get it because you're not focused. So that concept is, like, very, very important to understand. I'm going to dive into deeper about that, especially with time. So what I recommend, if you find yourself distracted a lot, if you find yourself working or trying to start something and you just get sidetracked, you end up on your phone, you end up playing a game, you end up like, for my sake, I'm recording this video right now. I'm basically just not being focused. But the point is, like, if I were you and I do this, I have a pen and a notepad next to your desk. So if you have a pen and a notepad next to your desk, like, straight up, I'm talking like paper and just a pen. Every single time that you end up distracted or you find yourself doing something that's not what you're supposed to be doing or that you know you need to be doing, write it down, right? This is really powerful because after, like, 45 days or 30 days of doing this consistently, you'll find yourself, like, with a bucket of things that you know you need to work on and that you can understand. Like, awareness is the biggest thing. That's why I want to talk about introspection. But I can't emphasize that enough. Like, if you want to get to a certain spot, then you need to put energy and time into it. And with that time, like, if you have a notepad and a pen next to you, you can actually understand what you do with your time, because it's hard to understand sometimes. I mean, I'll get sidetracked. Like right now, let's say I check my phone, right? And I go on Instagram, check my DMs, scroll down a little bit. Like, I would write that down. Like, I did that for 5 minutes. Like, it sounds minuscule, but eventually you're going to find that, like, you're gonna have a list of shit that you do. And just having the awareness that you're gonna do that will make you think before you go to like grab your phone, and you'll just be like, wait, I'm doing this again, let's not do that, and you'll put it away, right? And that's just how to focus, right? You just need to spend your energy and time on one thing and get really good at it. So yeah, that's a little bit more about that. I think that's so fucking important. I can't even emphasize that enough. Yeah, like you see all these people out on YouTube Shorts or wherever, and they're like, or like even just Andrew Tate's videos. They're like, "What the hell are you doing with your time?" Just like all these random videos of people saying that. It's like, it's true. A lot of people don't want to, you know, relate themselves to someone like that or listen to that, but it's so true. Like 100%. You need to get a notebook, get a pen, just write down what you're doing. So at least you have the awareness. So I'm going to talk about awareness now and introspection, because this right here is fucking crazy. So throughout everything I've learned through business, a lot of it's been psychology. So whether that's social psychology or cognitive psychology, and all that stuff is crucial to understanding you, the people you're talking to, the people you're trying to sell to, your audience, your market. Like, it's really important. So I'm going to make a video on like a brief breakdown of psychology and business and how you can start learning more about that. Like with the bias codex and heuristics and, you know, everything like that. But introspection is like so crazy. Like, I can't even, it's just nasty. Like, it's just crazy. So let me give you an example. I don't really want to put this out here, but I'm going to. So I grew up always needing approval from others. I don't know where it came from. I'm sure I could probably figure it out, but maybe it's when I was a child. I've always grown up in that way, and eventually I found a person to be that way, like to be able to give me that approval. So when I was growing up, when I was like a kid, I would use my friends, and I would, for some reason, always need to tell them. Me telling this on a video right now is a paradox of what I'm literally going to say, but I would always need to tell them. I'd be like, I did this and that, and it was so fun. You know, I tell them my experiences, and the reason why is because I needed approval, because my own opinions and thoughts and realizations of what I did wasn't enough for me. And this eventually ended up evolving into a new form, which is the idea that nobody gets me. This is hard to understand, but introspection is just the idea of understanding yourself. And if you understand yourself, you can understand so much about how you spend your time, when you work, what you do wrong. Like, so I'm just giving this example, but basically, eventually, I switched from my friends and I found a person that filled that gap of someone that gave me that approval. And I thought in my head that that person fixed me in a way, and I didn't actually need approval anymore, but it changed forms into that person fully understanding me. Like the idea that when you say to yourself, the idea that nobody understands me, like that right there is a form of you needing approval, just in a different way. And now this is all really sidetracked to anything to do with business or whatever, but I wondered why when I lost that person, I wondered like why do I feel like I need to be totally understood? Um and I did research because if I only needed to talk to my friends about things I wanted to talk to and not have them fully understand my situation, then I have to be okay with my situation myself. Um, and so, but like the crazy paradox of this is that I'm telling this on a video, actively needing approval from like maybe my future self or just whoever's on this, like, and that's why this stuff's hard because I understand in my head that I need, when I have a thought, whether it's about ad copy, whether it's about a switch in my outreach systems, like I can't go off to someone and tell them all the stuff and expect them to understand me enough to help me make my decisions for me. Like, that's why I'm kind of relating this to business, even though it's just totally personal. But it's weird because when I say this stuff, I am actively searching for approval, and I understand that. I have that awareness. But I mean, it's just so interesting. Like just being okay with your own thoughts, like that, because I know so many people that are like, nobody really gets me, and I feel like I'm alone, and all this stuff. It's like, you're probably not alone. You probably just aren't okay with your own opinions, and you haven't really understood that what other people have to say probably doesn't matter. I mean, that's just how it is. So I totally went sidetracked there, but the point of all this is that, like, if you can take time to understand yourself, you can be so much more successful, because once you understand yourself, you start understanding why you do things. And when you start understanding why you do things, then you can eliminate the things that you don't want to be doing so you can work more. I mean, that pretty much summarizes what I have to say. So, God, I can't believe it. I'm like saying this, and I'm literally actively like looking for approval. And I know that but it's just showing itself in a different form, trying to like make me tell people my situations so they understand me. But like in reality, it's not that. But yeah, besides the point. If you focus, you can get what you want. That's like, you can work like an absolute dog once you realize that. Another thing that help with that is just diet. Like, cutting out bad foods always helps, as well.
What's the difference?
Some video just played. But hold up, let me look at this other idea here. Also, when you like, let's say just like a normal day and you're trying to work on your focus and you're trying to work, make sure your day is pretty consistent. And what I mean by that is, if you wake up hectic, trying to force food down because you're trying to gain weight, going to school, doing all these crazy things, going rock climbing. I mean, the start of your day is looking like this. I mean, it's like crazy, right? Like I can actually open my stress levels on the Aura app and show you. But let me draw that better. But basically, like your day starts off just up and down, crazy, right? And then you want to get home from school or wherever, and you want to have focused work, which would look like that. You just cannot do that. It's so hard, and you'll find resistance when you're after school or whatever. After you're doing physical activities or something, you'll find resistance in trying to sit down, focus, and work and spend your energy and time doing something. I can tell you right now, if this is your day, putting in your energy and time, focus, at this point and going onward is so hard. Because you're already in this state. Like, you can't just turn it off and focus and dial in. Like, it just won't work. And if you think it will, watch what you do with your time. Like, write down. I bet you're going to end up on your phone or end up just gaming or doing something else. And so something that's really important to understand is that if you want to have good days that are productive with good focus, you need to start off your day as well like that. So I can tell you right now, an ideal day is sure a little bit of mishap, but just being able to focus before you do anything fucking crazy, because it's all about your state of mind. And I can tell you right now, when I wake up without school and I do like either just meditate, shower, do like a little workout, I am so much more locked in the day. Like I spend my energy and time where I want it actually, and not where I don't. And the more you become focused, the more you kind of fall in love with that state of being. Yeah. So that's the idea of focus. It seems like a stupid thing to pull apart, but it's the only thing that differentiates you from failing. So take that however you'd like. Also have a good environment. Like, don't have shit everywhere going crazy around you. That won't help. But yeah, so that's everything I got. Meditate too. If you don't know how, I can literally make a video on that, or you just look it up. That'll clear your head. So yeah, that's how to focus. I hope you're not watching this and you're like, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. That's me worrying about other things that don't matter. The point is, that's how to focus. If you learn this and you can understand yourself and have awareness of what you actually do and how you spend your time and how you spend your energy, you will become a working beast. Yeah, that's all I got.